This April, the Colorado home once owned by Chris Watts and his wife, the same home where he murdered his entire family, will be put up for auction. The 5-bedroom, 4,177 square foot house, which is in foreclosure, will go to the highest cash bidder on April 17 during a public auction at the Weld County Public Trustee's office in Greeley. Because the Frederick home was the scene of one of 2018's most talked about crimes, potential buyers will have to overlook the home's gruesome past. On August 13, 2018, Watts strangled his wife, 34-year-old Shanann, who was 15 weeks pregnant with their son, Nico. He also smothered their daughters Bella, 4, and 3-year-old Celeste. The killings happened not long after Shanann returned from a weekend work trip in Arizona. Chris told police he had had an emotional conversation with Shanann about the state of their marriage before Chris murdered Shanann, Bella, and Celeste. After his wife and kids were dead, Chris loaded their bodies into his truck and hid them on a remote oil work site, where they were found days later. Chris placed the 2 little girls in oil tanks through a hatch that was only 8 inches in diameter, said Rourke. Bella had scratches on her body from being shoved through the hatch, and a tuft of her hair had been ripped off, he said. Later, Chris told investigators that Bella's tank seemed emptier than Celeste's because of the respective splashes their bodies made into the oil below. He buried Shanann in a shallow grave away from the oil tanks. Chris was having an affair with a co-worker at the time of the killings, police have said. The bodies were found 3 days after the murders. Chris pleaded for her safe return to the local media after Shanann and the girls were reported missing by her friend. He pleaded for her safe return. Watts pleaded guilty in November to first-degree murder and other charges in their deaths. He is currently serving 5 life sentences for the murders. The house was bought in 2013 for about $400,000, and the public notice states that there is still $349,900 outstanding on the home. The real estate website Zillow.com places the home's worth at about $510,000.